Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 60-yard. Shift, go.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Here I come again. Here I come again. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Ready?
Here's Hoyer. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
He's checking. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. No, lady. Hey, Alpha. Win the rep. Let's go. Let's go right here. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. So don't say nothing. Wide. Get wide. Kill.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Young lady. Mike 20. It's just me and you. It's just me and Tessa.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's John Simon with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Hoyer. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Here's a first down throw. It's complete. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
Off the draw, here's Michel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing. Hey, Echo.
Hoyer. They'll check this one down to Michel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Demir Bird. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Time to go, night. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. In your face.
second and 13. Darnold. And this one complete to Smith.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And that'll set them back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's looking deep for Bell. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Darnold now to throw. Caught here by Bell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here goes Mike 20. Man, 80. Hey, Mike 20. No chance. Mike 20. Hey, Delta. Come on, let's go.
On first down, it's Darnold. Got him in. It's Brown. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Switch gears, switch gears. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Motion, motion. Ready?
Back to throw, Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Darnold. A screen to Bell. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Hey, Orvin. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
Go, Mike 20, Mike 20. I got you. I got you. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Now Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Motion, motion, check, check, check. Shift. Right here, guys. Fight. Hey, Haywood.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Topper! Undercut, undercut, undercut. Lady.
Darnold. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 4th down now after a loss of 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Tackle by Jordan Willis.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Watch 54, watch 54. 5. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 5.
From the 27, Hoyer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety, Marcus May, in there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They run Smallwood. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 25, check 25, check 25. Hey, son. Hey, son.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the 1st half.
It's now 4th down.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher, sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
Mike 20. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, exit. Everybody, Mike 20.
On second and a couple. Darnold, rush coming, and he's taken down. John Simon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Check right. Everybody, Mike 20. It's our time. Red 80.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
218, chopper.
Second and 6. They'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Demir Bird, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The point after try for Gostkowski. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A first down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Darnold from the gun. He's going deep for Brown. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
70, Indy. Pilot, 64, win. Get it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Matt LaCosse, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep.
And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Bravo!
Here's Hoyer. Throw caught here by Bird. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Patriots send out their punter. Back now in Foxborough. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth.
17.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, Alpha. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the run. Red 80. 51 to Mike.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, one more. Hey, Mike 7.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. About 3 yards there to the 27. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 26, check 26. Ready?
Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock with Michelle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Kill. Patch it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Dante Hightower on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the out. Red lady. Motion. Hey, let go. 22's coming, Mike. You.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. He's got Smith here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Bell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This is Bell, and able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Red lady, left team's me. Hey, check 24. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Big time. Big stop.
Again, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 52.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
You see me out here? That's right.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now.